Yeah.
Ah, it was getting you the link.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to do it again? We'll do it quick.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Let me remember everything I said. Hang on.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back. It's the Sandy Finish podcast. We are back. Take 2. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and pick it up. I sure hope like hell it does, but it probably won't. Okay. We played South Lakes. This is the second time we've had a recording malfunction. I'm telling you, I saw it up in the corner, made me cry, but we are here. We're going to take a quick one again. We're going to try to get through this before everybody just loses their shit and quits on me. But back to the podcast. We played South Lakes. You know, it warms my heart to go back to South Lakes. It's short. The holes are green. The greens are inviting. It's got limited water to worry about. After a round at Satan's Corner, it's just what the doctor ordered to get the boys back in high spirits. But wait, that lovely lady at golf course still had some teeth in her. And, you know, it chewed us up and spit us out some unsuspected golfies that just weren't ready. We got some cheers and some tears to speak of before we get there. Let's see who's on the pod. We got Joe.
Still here, Sean.
And we got Schultz.
I felt like I just did this a few minutes ago.
Do you feel like there's a repeat?
I'm feeling very comfortable.
Dude, I don't know if you guys knew this. There's a match play this last weekend.
I hadn't heard.
I learned something interesting about match play earlier today that I didn't know.
What'd you learn?
Well, I learned that you know that it was the Americans that invented stroke play, and there's a lot of Europeans that only play match play, but they'll play stroke play every now and again just to keep a handicap.
Dude, no way! You are telling me that that's the truth?
Well, I don't know, but the source I got it from, I don't know how credible he is, but that's what I heard earlier.
That guy's a complete dumbass, is what I'll tell you. So we play a lot of stroke play in our championship weekend. It's the foundation. We play the Ryder Cup system. So what do you guys miss having individual games or side games or playing match play, you know, in regular tournaments? Because we play stroke play tournaments every weekend. We're all out there playing towards the same score, but we don't have individual small games in the groups. Do you guys miss that?
Yes, I think it would be helpful.
It's like you've already talked about it, but you said all you had.
Is this the part where we talk about the drugs again?
Yeah, you said something about you had ED earlier. Could you go into that again?
Yeah. No. My ED has been cured. I have Peyronie's syndrome.
Dog leg left or dog leg right?
It's a downhill putt. I'll put it.
Oh, game within a game. Oh man, you know, I once said that I have trouble concentrating the game I'm playing, but you know, I do think it could be fun to throw some things in there. Maybe skins, or maybe even we break from our traditional format from time to time and maybe throw in a little match play event, or maybe a shamble. I hear somebody's a big fan of shambles in our league, but maybe just a 2-man scramble. You know, if we wanted to throw in some extra stuff for fun outside of maybe league type stuff, but we could also, you know, there's guys that like to play games inside of stroke play. Like I said earlier, not me, but you know, I'd be game. It's a bad idea, I'm in.
And the problem with it is by about the 4th hole, everybody's starting to drink, and unless you have one, you know, carry odd type guy who can hold his shit together for an entire round to keep track of that kind of thing, it usually just turns into a shit show and you forget about it by the 5th or 6th hole. And
yeah,
110%. You know, you're got these dots and crap all over your scorecard at the end. Everybody's arguing about it, and
looks like
and then
you're
no one pays.
out in Braille.
yeah.
So I mean, but you know, I think drinking inside a round of Stirk play is a fun game as well. I don't know about our newest member, Mr. Milburn. I think something earlier today that he said he wanted to play alcohol free. That might be strike two on him. Strike two, I might be calling on Milburn.
He might have had a little too much sun yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think part of his challenge is, he's a little bit younger. I don't know, Schultz, he may be your age. He's probably in between you and I.
Yeah,
but
that's a wide range.
He's breaking out these IPAs that, when he spills a little, it looks like he's pouring motor oil out of a can. It's like, that may not be the most hydration friendly beer to drink on the course.
I think I'll take a 6-pack of Guinness next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my favorite is, though, he's also coming in as a push cart virgin, and push carting it for the first time is especially if you're drinking is a commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's not a small man, so he's carrying around some baggage, we'll say.
You know how to tell when you're drunk after your round of golf? When somebody says, "Hey, emergency 9 anyone?" and you walk over to the first tee without putting your fucking push cart up. So we got 27 holes in walking yesterday.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You walked yesterday, but you didn't walk at Satan's Corner.
No, I rode with Hoffman. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. I rode. Yeah. Make sense of that.
Hey, look, I texted Chambers. I said, Chambers, do you want to walk? Because I wasn't going to walk by myself. I don't want to be the one guy in the group walking. Like that's just like, look, you guys are tools, and I don't want to be that close to you. I'm afraid that gonorrhea might come across the seat. And I don't want.
Jeez.
I mean, from the earlier podcast, there might be no clue what Joe has in his card. You might not ever want to ride with him again.
Yeah. Apparently, he's recruiting a pharmacist.
That would work too. Yeah.
And we're all subject to, it's probably good that hopefully the earlier version didn't record, because I think that would be admissible. And there were, this is a conspiracy to commit a felony. And also it is the use of a computer to commit a felony, which are both felonies. So, and that's not good. It's not good at all.
I used a felony to commit a felony. Oh, I think that's called double jeopardy.
Yeah, well, trust me. I don't know how I know these things, but
hey,
is what it is.
You know what I heard? I heard this rumor that Lonnie's daughter wants to be a lawyer.
Yeah, which is a great profession. And
she should talk to CCAT about doing an internship.
Yeah, I mean, I recommended that she shadow him.
I mean, is that an unpaid designated driver?
Yeah, she's going to take him to every casino, strip club, and bar or cigar alley, anything you can find in town. She'll never see a courtroom.
Yeah. Just tell him you're 22 and don't look anyone straight in the eye.
He's like, I'm trolling for customers. Don't worry. This is where I get my best ones.
They're repeat clients.
Oh
my. Well, glad we got that work back in.
Yeah, that's quality. It's like a dry rehearsal there. You want to hear something funny? Last weekend when I'm playing, I really didn't feel comfortable in my swing.
Was it your
Has that
underwear?
ever happened to you? Have kind of performance anxiety? You just couldn't get through it smoothly?
Oh, I have that problem often. Uncomfortable swing.
I mean, what do you do to get
I
out of
wish I
that?
could repeat my swing. I hit some shots that I was like, that's incredible. And then the next one I was like, who's this guy? So I'm uncomfortable all the darn time standing over the ball. I'm not good like Joe that can correct things within microseconds.
Just shorten your stroke up a little, Sean.
I mean, I don't have much to stroke with, but
It'll be more
I hear
challenging
you
for
can
some
get
of
your-
us than others, but
They have longer shafts if you need it.
but so I went to bad thing. I didn't feel good, and so going into the fall, going into spring, I felt awesome about I just felt really confident. I felt like everything was clicking. So I completely gave off watching YouTube videos because that's my favorite place to get instruction. That's where it is. But lo and behold, last weekend, the last really 2 weekends, but last weekend, I just felt like nothing felt right. So I binge watched about 14 hours of YouTube today. I got it all back in, made up for lost time, and I'm back. I'm back, baby. I got so many swing tips in my fade. It's going.
one for every situation.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Purcell's going to be walking down the fairway with his phone out watching YouTube videos in the middle of his round.
Quick tip, guys. Quick tip. Hold on.
He's mumbling to himself like Rain Man.
I got to paint the fence with this one. Got to paint the fence.
I can't do that. I can't watch YouTube videos, and I know a lot of the guys like to do that, but I have so many flaws in my swing that every time I watch one that's a suggestion, I'm like, oh, yeah, I do that wrong, and I do that wrong, and I do that wrong. So it'd be drill upon drill upon drill, and I don't know that I would ever get there. I just, I'd just be drilling instead of just, grab hold of it and swing it and see what happens.
Yeah.
If only there was a YouTube channel where they talk more about how to play the game than how to swing the club. That would be something.
Like golf course management or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. That'd be a big
if the guy had a foreign voice, I think that would make it sound more legit.
Maybe an Australian type guy.
Yeah.
Maybe. You think there's one
And
out
he had
there?
a really cool name like the golf doctor.
I think I've heard of that guy. What? I'm not really sure. Have you seen any of his videos, Joe?
I think I might have run across one or two of those.
The golf.
Yeah,
What are some of his main points?
Never make two bad shots in a row.
I wish.
Yeah. I've done that.
Yeah.
It
In
is
fact, I've made
funny
4 in a
how
row.
Nobody really recognizes golf swing and playing golf. To me, they're two different things. And there's more money to be made in golf swing because it's not something that you can ever, damn it. My daughter just walked in, made me lose my train of thought. Edit that out.
Does she want to be a lawyer?
No, I don't think
Cat's
so.
giving on internships.
She, hang on. What? Okay, bye. Shut the door, please. Jesus Christ.
Have her come on in. I mean, we
Just
need
came in
to
to see your goldfish. What's your goldfish's name? Pete? Oh, for God's sakes, I'm gonna flush that. thing.
His name is Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best
Paint
name
that
fish in the world.
Sucker crimson.
I hope he lives longer than Gary England. We bought a goldfish and I named it Gary England and didn't realize that it was a saltwater fish and put it in some fresh water. We had to watch it suffocate to death. It was horrible.
I
It's
don't
like
call you the
pouring
professor.
table
nothing.
salt into the bowl trying to save it. It didn't work.
I'm just thinking of that movie Total Recall back in the day with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and those people lose the oxygen and their eyeballs pop out of their head.
Poor guy.
Or Gary England.
Back back to the topic at hand, golf swing versus playing golf. There's more money to be made in teaching golf swing than there is how to play golf, right? Because it's something that 99.9% of us are never going to master, but we're still convinced we can one day.
You know, that reminds me of it was Golf is Not a Game of Perfect. You ever read that with Bob Rotel? He tells a story about Tom Kite. Tom Kite goes to the University of, I think, Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And they have a couple of guys who are like last on the team. And he goes, look, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get your clubs and I'm going to tell you where to hit and what to hit. And we'll see if you can do any better. And he took these two guys out and basically put his head on their bodies. And like they shot their best rounds ever.
You know, speaking of Tom Kite, did anybody crush more tail in college than Tom Kite? You know, he was tearing it up in Austin.
Why do you even say that?
I mean, the guy's a fucking masterpiece. He's a physically perfect human being.
Oh, what are you the same height and weight?
His glasses.
Oh,
you know, chicks were just all over that. Ben Crenshaw doesn't like him.
Oh, God.
He got all the chicks.
Hold on.
You guys never heard that story? That's crazy.
Oh, so this is the guy you're talking about right here.
Oh.
I mean,
That guy. He's a fucking Adonis.
I mean, this guy right here, he's tearing it up.
There you go. That just screams sexy.
Oh, Jordan Spieth, get out of here. Tom Kite, come on in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh
man. Okay. I'm glad we went down that road.
yeah. Well, with that, I think we're going to take a quick break, hear a little bit from our sponsor. This break is officially brought to you by Yaden Auto Sales, who amazingly is on a Cameo now. So if you'd like to get a little Cameo, you know, he's your man. Call him up. I don't know how you Cameo, but however you do it, he'll tell your wife, hey, you're a sleaze bag or something. I don't know what he says. He says you broke motherfuckers. All right, we're out.
Oh.
There we go.
I think we really need to get him to do a cameo for us.
Okay.
Oh, I think so.
You know, I do have the checkbook, so I shall make that happen.
We're running deficit this year with Joe running the finances. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but
I haven't even looked in the account. Mark Warren said it was full of money when he left, so
Sure.
he's probably like, oh, that was my campaign fund. I get to keep that.
That's where he's hiding his illegal campaign contributions.
He's gonna get his money from his book tour now. So
He takes his iPad into the bathroom and looks at ads for shirts with no collars when he thinks nobody's checking on him. Probably got a whole fucking closet full of t-shirts that he's bought with Sandy McFittish funds.
yeah.
When no one's home, he closes all the blinds and wears them around untucked.
Okay, did you guys completely blow past the store? I completely forgot about it again.
About what? The store?
The Sandy McFittage store.
Oh, no, I ordered some stuff.
Yeah, I forgot.
I always forget. He needs to give a good blast the last couple of days.
I'll probably get the email. We didn't have sufficient quantity to fulfill your order.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame it on the commissioner. I mean, he should make that more known that that's out there.
I think Chuck needs to appoint a press secretary, maybe.
He needs a special assistant. I'm not interested, but he definitely needs some help.
I have to bring Potts back as a special assistant to the commissioner. Potts lived for this.
Oh,
yes,
he did.
I mean, that should have been a lifetime appointment. Just let Potts have it forever. Takes a special man to be a commissioner of this group of Hanyaks.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
No, Chuck's doing a fine job, but I will complain every chance I get.
Look, there's only one reason to have somebody else at the top. That's so you can complain about them.
110%. And I'll never volunteer to do it. So
who's up next? Mike Warren? It's 2 years, right?
It's supposed to be 3. Chuck is trying to make an amendment to get it down to 2. He thinks 2 is a more manageable number.
He's 3 weeks in and he's already wanting to cut a year off.
Dude, he was 3 weeks before his inauguration and he was already trying to get it down. He tried to make it a 1-year term.
I love it.
Same thing Donald Trump said. What the fuck did I do? What did I get myself into?
I don't know. So I don't know. I think, Joe, you're next. You were Warren.
No, it's Mike Warren. And then you, I think, after Mike Warren.
I think I'm permanently in the tech role.
My financial malfeasance will prevent me from ever holding the gavel.
Somehow we ran up a $10,000 deficit on this account.
You guys will think we're flush, and then Andrew Yaden will roll up to old Kinderhook and some shitbox mustard yellow Hummer with a box in the back for your dildos.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I didn't make that up.
Hey,
I know.
For sale. That would be fun.
Oh, well, I bet if we invited him, he'd come. Pay for
That's
his room.
what we should do. We should do a pro-am.
Oh,
The day before, and we could get our sponsors or him. Wonder
Mikey.
how excited he's going to be when he finds out he's sponsoring a golf league
yeah.
for free.
Between him and Mikey Two Gloves and his sponsorship that apparently he's pissed off about.
Two Gloves was pissed off.
Oh, didn't you hear him that last week or whatever? He was all butthurt.
Oh, yeah. He was going to sponsor a segment.
Yeah. I told him he could do it for free, and apparently he didn't like that idea.
No, that he didn't have to pay for it. He was offended that we wouldn't take his money.
Yeah, he didn't feel, because then we'd have an obligation to do this thing year round.
Oh,
I mean, I'm assuming our viewership, our listenership hasn't gotten too wide. I don't know how much payoff industrial valves are going to get from sponsoring this podcast, but hell, you never know.
Look, we are poised for the industrial valve market. If we can just get Yaden Auto Sales customers to start watching us, listen to
You
us.
got a call from one of the Koch brothers. Hey, we heard about you on this goofy podcast we've been listening to at the God Bless America Society convention. And
you and the My Pillow guy are headliners.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit. Oh
That poor bastard he's invented robes and slippers now.
yeah, he's throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So South Lakes. I don't know if you guys remember this, but we played South Lakes last week.
That was last week.
It feels like it.
No, that was yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So now, hey, Schulze, did you know this?
What's that?
It was created in 1989 by Randy
No.
Heckenkemper. This is a Heckenkemper.
Oh yeah, I know some Heckencampers.
You do?
Yeah.
Tight with them?
No,
No.
can't talk about it.
There's a restraining order.
Yeah, well, you know, some things may be under appeal.
So, so it started in '89, quickly becoming one of Tulsa County's favorite public golf courses.
Well, they only have two.
Yeah. Of the two, it's quickly moving up.
It's one of the top two.
It's a firm second now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is impressive that it's every you know, when everybody starts on the number one tee, they get their own personal flyover. So
I mean,
And nothing like having the driving range fence 15 feet off the left side of the tee box.
you know, it is a complete D move.
I mean, there are so many range balls in that first fairway. It's ridiculous.
But you can't come back into the range or carry odd will penalize you.
Are you practicing?
No, I'm trying to be a good citizen.
I'm
It's
hoping
the
they'll
only
throw my ball
community
back.
service I do.
Yeah. That is a little tight there. On one in the fence.
So it's only 6,400 yards from the tips. It's not a long course, but it's a par 71. You probably don't think about that, but there's only one par 5 on the front.
Yeah.
That's 9. So it's really at 6,400 yards. That's a long course. We always play it back to the tips because everybody thinks we're big dogs and we just want to make the old people mad.
I'm telling you, I'll still go as far forward as you guys will let me.
Yeah. I don't know that I've scored significantly better from the golds, but we always seem to go back to the blues.
Chuck and Mike Warren and I went out there last year and played from the Reds after we talked about that on the podcast.
Oh, you did? How'd that
And
go?
I think we scored, I don't know, I think I was 1 or 2 over from the Reds. And,
Really?
you know, I was nowhere near that close from the Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something to that. I mean, I do think that, you probably hit irons off about every tee. There's not a lot of trouble.
Well, yeah.
And if you did hit a driver, you're probably chipping on.
I don't know if we got this before you figured out you hadn't hit record the first time around, but
Probably not.
I had to play the last 10 holes, and the lowest lofted club I had in my bag was a 5-wood. And I scored better teeing off with my 5-wood than I did on the holes where I had my driver available.
Why wasn't your driver available?
It broke.
Swing speed, it's a Cobra, so you're probably high swing speed. You've been speed training with Bryson.
Yeah. I've picked up 4 yards since last season.
Wow.
It's impressive. No, it wasn't a fit or rage. I kind of bumped the thing straight down on the ground, bending over to get my tee, and it just blew up.
Now, did you buy it? Did you buy this new?
I did. Yes, I've already filed my warranty claim.
Yeah, for the warranty.
There you go.
Hey, I'm a big fan of the warranties.
Sure.
Hey, the Callaway pre-owned, placed my shaft. No questions asked.
There you go.
That might be the third felony that's been committed, Schultz, because I did send it to him in an email. So
Uh-oh.
I don't think that would be considered fraud, would it?
No. I mean, that's normal use.
Yeah.
Like I didn't hit the car with it, I didn't like get pissed off and bang the ground or anything. It just freaking broke.
Sounds
You're
like
lucky you didn't, dude. You might be a claim for personal injury.
Yeah,
That could have went through your foot.
it's true.
Kind of wishing I would have. I could have quit at that time, but
Yeah, but you really don't need a driver out there at South Lakes. Everybody knows that. I hit 3 wood, 5 wood off the tee quite a bit on
and I really, with the roll I got out of it, I wasn't that far behind the guys that were hitting driver. I mean, 15 or 20 yards on average, probably. So
Who all was
that's
in your
not
group?
typical for you.
Milburn, Potts, and Mike Warren.
Okay, I can believe that you were close to Potts. I'm doubting you
So I
were
hit,
Warren if he kept in the fairway.
so
And
those
Milburn, I don't know.
guys on number 9 hit drivers. I hit 2 5 woods, and I was closer to the green by 25 yards than either one of or any of them after their second shot.
Yeah, that's that.
So,
That's that second shot.
Yeah, that's where your money.
So what you talked about last time, it's that second shot that matters.
yeah, the quality of the second and third shot.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
I've got a quality punch out. It goes about 10, 15 yards underneath trees. So my second shot's usually pretty good when I spray it off the fairway.
You need to get the that club with camel toe technology. I'm no good at pulling out, but I'm great at punching out.
Oh, that may be that's our second half sponsor right there. The camel toe technology. So,
Right back.
Yeah, take your
one
time.
thing I do have to say, I think the course dormant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's
Yes.
still early in the season. Seems a little late for it still to be dormant, but maybe it's just me. Does it seem like things are taking a little extra time to get going?
Yeah, I mean, I'm no, I don't know, one of those people that study grass, agronomists.
I think it's called a cannabis dealer.
A cannabis, yeah. I mean, yeah, my cannabis knowledge says things should be greening up pretty soon. But everything. I think everything around here right now is still dormant. Although Bermuda, which is a pain. Doc Fields is hitting one of these silly little tailor-made balls with the green stripe around it.
Yeah,
and it'd be sitting right in the middle of the fairway, and we couldn't find the damn thing because it was the same color as the grass.
well, the dormant Bermuda right now, I feel like more than ever, I have a problem when I hit everything thin because I feel like I can't go down and hit the ball because the ground's kind of hard and there's no grass and there's nothing kind of holding it off the ground. But
yeah, well, yeah.
The greens were, I mean, they were a little dry. They're a little, a little dormant. They're not dead. I was told last week they're not dead. They're dormant.
Mm-hmm.
But they're pretty filled in. So you're not hitting off a lot of dirt. You do have something you're kind of hitting off of.
No,
but the greens,
they're going to be in good shape.
The greens. I mean, I have to say those greens were perfect, pristine, smooth as glass.
Yeah. If you like going through potholes and around rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be nice, right? Obviously, they're punched and sanded over, but it's a little, there's no break. Just aim it at the hole and ram her in there.
Yeah, the sand was worse than the punch marks for me yesterday.
Yeah. it would be almost like you could see people and they'd be like, oh, I can't believe it broke that way. And I'm like, it didn't break. It hit a mound of sand and bounced, or a hole. That's not a legitimate break.
Right.
Did you guys hit in a trap at all yesterday?
Twice.
I was in the trap twice. I must say they've done a really nice job with their traps.
There was good sand in the traps, and nicely taken care of. One of the traps I got into looked like I was the first person that had been in it all day, which was probably true. But no, it was nice, fluffy, sandy. Yeah, I wasn't bad.
Now, were you guys behind us or in front of us? We were in the second grouping.
I was right behind you. I was in group 3.
Okay. So you were right there after, CCAT got his new irons.
Yes.
And he's spent nice, went and got fitted for these new Ping 425s. Beautiful clubs. So I get in the cart with him. We're going to play together. And, he was all excited about playing these irons and kind of got through the first couple of holes and got up to number 3. And thought he's going to play smart. Short par 4. He's going to head an iron off the tee box, one of these new irons. He proceeded to toe shank it over to the number 2.
Oh, yeah, he was in the bunker, wasn't he?
That was his second shot.
Oh.
First he hit it to the other side of the green. Then he proceeded to chunk it over the green into the bunker. So now he's in the bunker. And I think he had maybe a 6-iron trying to get out. And I think he kept jamming it right into the lip because the bunker wasn't made to be played that direction.
We were on the tee box and we were like, who is this idiot? What hole is he playing? And we're like, oh, that's Seacat.
The only thing I can say about his little play there in the bunker is he kept his composure.
Yeah.
Pretty well. Because, he took a few strokes in there.
It's not like you can take those things out of the box and go shoot par.
No. He was pumped. And I told him on the range, I said, you went and you got fitted and you moved up, as Purcell said earlier in the week, 40 years in technology. And he was pumped. I said, this is going to be your worst round of golf ever. You realize that, don't you?
That's why I refused to get fitted, because then I would run out of excuses and have to confront the ugly truth that it's really my lack of skill that is the only thing holding me back. Yeah.
Yeah. I just keep playing old clubs, so I'll just blame it on that too.
Yeah. It may or may not done good for you.
Well, every now and again.
Every now and again. But no, he proceeded. I thought I was about to buy irons right there on that. But as a nice guy I was, I talked him back down, got him a cold one, played a little caddy for him.
Nice.
Tried to work him through the rest of the round.
Fuller just bought some of those about 3 weeks ago, and I think we could have bought them off of him at Satan's Corner pretty cheap 2 weeks ago. So I don't know. I mean,
we need to do every week after we play, directly after the round in the parking lot, have like a swap meet kind of flea market type thing. Maybe bring some folding tables with us and we can just all lay out our shit and switch with each other.
You're gonna sell a busted driver. Yeah.
You'd have got a good deal on it though.
Yeah, half price.
Wow. Yeah, that was his train hole wreck. He had that, but he pulled back together and didn't do too bad. How about you guys? Do you guys have any memorable, or anybody in yours that either had a great hole, something that you really stuck out, or a train hole?
My group, I don't remember a big train hole. I don't think anybody went too crazy that I remember, but I don't think anybody had anything spectacular either. Unfortunately, we were just kind of, as Guy said, we were just kind of cobbling it together. Yeah, I mean, we just kind of working our way around that thing. So, of course, you can do that too, right? You can get away with some bad shots there.
It was pretty uneventful in our group.
Yeah. I don't remember anybody having a really great hole. Besides that, just, I mean, we had one really blow up that was speakable, a notable, but that's about it. But I think everybody played, that's the great thing about that course. I think it really does. And you even see it in the scores. They're kind of gathered around, everybody shoots and they're not too far off their handicap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a course that, there's not a lot of trouble. Like you said, there's some things that can bite you. There's not a lot of water. It's not real long. I played from the other fairway a few times, so you can get away with that. So, it's kind of hard to really blow up out there unless you really try.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm smart enough to play it. At Satan's Corner, to me, it's like crystal clear, exactly where you have to hit every one of your shots. Okay. And out there, it's more of kind of a spray and pray, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's not your game, so you shouldn't get into that.
Areas, big ass greens. I mean, who needs a green that big? You're putting a tiny little hole in it. You only need 20 feet either side of it.
Brother, I need all of it.
Yeah.
Think how much water they're wasting.
God. Yeah, I think we should have a bunch of postage stamps surrounded by fences and buildings and ponds. No.
It's a simpler universe at the corner.
I mean, he's able to narrow in his target. We're more directional golfers. He's a target golfer. We
were talking a little bit earlier about, attention deficit syndrome. And, I guess that's what he's saying is at South Lakes, there's just too many options for him and he just can't compute it. And at the corner, it's just like, that's the only place I can put it. So that's where I'll go.
Yeah. If we had a pharmacist in the group
or a doctor,
a doctor, pharmaceutical rep, if we have somebody listener, a longtime listener wants to join the league, who falls into the following categories: doctor, pharmaceutical rep, and a sketchy pharmacist, or we're taking memberships. Unfortunately, we probably will have to cut somebody out because we've hit our limit on the league.
We need somebody that shows up with a menu, like a drink special menu at Pub W. Here you go.
But we need stuff that only is going to last about 4 hours, so that you're okay to drive home.
Adderall and a side of queso, it'll be perfect.
See,
do you guys ever get any food at South Lakes? I've never actually had food like where they prepare it because I never have time, but it's the same thing as La Fortune. Their kitchen does a little better job with the presentation, I think.
Yeah.
Some of the sandwiches at South Lakes are like, oh God, I hope the guy that's in first gets one of these at the turn.
You're ordering him one up.
They just don't look right somehow. just an observation.
I've never gotten food at South Lakes, I have to admit. So I probably won't now.
Oh, well,
they sell beer at Heritage Hills. They do, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
quick survey. Who brings their own beer to the course and who buys it all there?
CCAT buys there.
Hypothetically, I'm a buy there kind of guy. I just kind of usually forget.
I'll do that with beer, but if I'm drinking High Noons, I'm bringing my own.
Yeah.
Like Benzio and Keisha, I ain't paying no $8.50 for no High Noon. Some little guy's like, well, you ain't getting no High Noon. Fuck, do you have a credit application next to the cooler I can fill out for these? was going to get 4 of them, but that's ridiculous. Why do you think that is? And they sell those shitty White Claws for like, less than a beer, probably. It's discrimination is what it is.
It's against you high nooners.
Oh gosh. I have no idea.
We have a class action lawsuit on our hands.
I don't know.
There we go.
I think I had one of the margaritas in a can at the South Lakes. Quality.
I had one of those last year.
Those are quality.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
But don't do too. Don't think you can drink them like his high noons.
No.
Because the general bought me one on a round last year, and I thought, well, this is really good, and so I bought another one, and I was like, well, this is really good, and then after the round, I thought I'd have another one. Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
You're really torn up right in the middle of a diabetic coma.
Yeah.
Those things have so much sugar in them.
Yeah. I didn't know
Heart's
if I was
going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. It's kind of like drinking Red Bull and vodka,
hits your
right?
system.
It's
Do
like
what?
up or down, heart's about to explode. Not that, I don't want to bring up any, thing
Painful
about.
memories.
Sorry, Jim.
I mean, it's no Tito Libre.
That's true.
That's true. God, my favorite.
I had a couple of them in honor this weekend.
Oh. Did you only listen to Foo Fighters at the course?
No, we listened to some. Milburn, I think, is a Foo Fighters guy.
I was on the drive home, and on satellite radio came up Taylor Hawkins and it was a random name. So I guess it was a band he was in prior to the Foo Fighters. It was a pretty good little song. I can't remember what it was though. I just didn't know his career, but it was good.
He had a band with like Dave Navarro and the singer from Jane's Addiction, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was like their initials, RHN or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but
I'm sure glad we went to see him though.
We did get to see him.
Sorry, I missed that.
I don't know that you are. I mean, it's a great show, but the days after were tough.
Yeah, there was some hell to be paid for that fiasco.
That's when Philly broke his quant.
Yeah. Probably broke his quant in the parking lot of the Hampton Inn before it ever started.
Philly's the kind of guy that just, he seems like a really good kind of normal guy, but it seems like when a bad idea gets made, he is all in and 120%.
That was a bad day, bad idea, but I'm glad we did it.
Yeah. I think anytime you're trying to keep up with Guy McCune and Seacat, I mean,
some of us didn't try. I know my limits.
Oh, well, hey, you knew your limits on Sunday.
I did.
We did have some winners and losers. So at the South Lakes tourney, second place, we had a tie. 2 Gloves and Chambers.
Nice.
Mark Chambers. Nice.
And Mikey 2 Gloves.
Yeah. Mikey 2 Gloves. Another top 3. He's got a win and a top 3. That's good points.
Yep.
But he didn't do as good as one other guy who dominated the field, who worked the magic, knew the shots to take, knew how to hit it below the trees and out of the danger. That would be our own Jason Scholes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Mikey 2 Gloves was playing well that day. I wasn't in his group, but most of the day, he was 3 or 4 ahead of me. And so I just started wishing hateful things on him, that he would blow up eventually. And I tried to avoid the blow up. And I don't think he classic blow up, but I think a couple doubles, maybe a couple triples. The next thing you knew, there it was. So, I avoided the blow up. That's all I did. But I almost gave it away on 18. I was not hitting it well off the tee. And so I trusted that I could hit one down the middle on 18, par 5. And I didn't. I pushed it to the right in the other fairway. And then I was about 220 out and I wanted to go. And Doc talked me out of that. I wanted to just go for it. I wanted to ring it up there. Gosh, of course, like wrong fairway over trees, 220. I've got this. And he talks me into hitting a 7-iron, and I toe shank it about 40 yards down the number 10 fairway. And so I got a little scared. I saw it headed for the fence and the road, and I was like, this isn't good. And so then I hit a 7-iron just short of the trap between the, and then the green was on the other side of the trap, obviously. And then I hit a beautiful chip that bounced right on the edge of the trap and bounced back in the sand. And I was sitting there, and, all you nice guys that were there in front of me sitting up on the hill going, that's a downhill chip. That's downhill sand. And there's water on the other side. If he hits this too hard, it could go to Glenpool. Look, I'm a 19 handicap. I don't really even have that shot, but somehow I got it out of the sand and got out of there. And I had a 2-stroke lead coming into that hole and walked away with a 1-stroke victory. So, but Chambers played well. I saw him sneaking around, and Mikey Two Gloves, first tournament of the year, he took first, I took second when we played in the rain.
Yeah. So
we flip-flopped there, but Chambers was around, and Guy McCune was around. Everybody was around, and if you're watching the leaderboard, everybody was tight all day, within a shot or two. It was pretty tight. It's just South Lake, so like we said earlier, everybody was around their handicap.
So what's amazing, in the first 10 places yesterday, only a 5-stroke spread.
Yeah,
between first and 10th.
Yeah, so I literally had zero pressure coming down the stretch, because I knew that I would screw that up and somebody would do something well. So just trying not to get 1 point.
Fortunately for you, you did not have me in your group, because I feel like I might have harpooned you at Satan's Corner. I think we were on 6, and I'm like, hey, look, you're in first place.
Yeah, you did a nice job of that. You did that to me. I'll blame you 100%.
I was the little devil on your shoulders.
I think the 12 I took on 18 at Satan Corners also probably helped quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that might have taken you out of the running just a little bit.
Yeah, right. That knocked me down from like 5th to, I don't know, 12th.
Yeah, but all right. So we're going to get an update here on the season standings.
No.
Third place is our own Joe.
Nice, Professor.
Joe's got 16 points. We got second place with Mikey Two Gloves, 18 points. And in first place, leading the season, is our own Schulze.
Yeah. Well, I wish we could stop now.
If it was only a 3-tournament season.
I mean, if this was a sprint, I'm good. I've had fun. I just besides 18, I haven't blown up. And I think the biggest thing for me this year, not that you guys care, they're going to learn anything from me, but it's, I had a shoulder problem in the off season that we took care of. And so I had zero expectations this year, and I still have zero expectations in my game. So I'm just trying to go out there and have fun and just manage it around the course. And it's worked pretty well. So I'm sure it won't last long, because I'll start thinking I'm good here in a little bit, and then I'll really screw it up.
No. I got complete faith in you.
Thank you. I'm going to go. Yeah.
Look, I think you're going to get one of those patches probably before I do.
Ooh.
Did we get our champions patches? I don't think I've gotten mine yet.
I thought they had them ordered. Well, I don't know.
Are they in the budget?
Ask the commissioner.
Yeah, I'll ask the commissioner what's going on with that.
Is he here?
Bueller.
Yeah. So, all right. So, yeah. All right. Next week is Heritage Hills. We talked about it. Scholes, with your big win, I'm gonna let you have the first pick. Who do you think is the horse to take at Heritage Hills?
Oh, golly.
You can pick yourself.
Well, let's not get too crazy.
I mean, that's a ballsy move, Mav.
Well, I am defending champion from Heritage Hills last year.
Ooh.
Not just throwing that out there so people don't forget. I'll do that. I'll take myself.
Woo. Calling his own number.
It's not like I'm putting a wager on it.
Hey, when you come back here next week, though, the stories we shall tell, and there's a good chance we might even record it.
I might shoot $140 out there. Who knows?
All right, I'm going to go with the next pick. I think I might take Chuck.
Ooh,
I think Chuck likes Heritage Hills.
he does. I think what I'm seeing a little bit this year is a handicap disparity, right? So you guys keep getting lower, and some of us keep hanging up there around 1920. But that's okay. I mean, ask Milburn about how his handicap's working out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the handicap game is an intricate game. It's a
Yes,
long game.
It is.
All right, Joe, who you gonna take?
Oh, I'm down to 2 golfers.
Analyzing this shit.
Mm. I'm gonna go with. I'll go with Purcell.
Dude, that is a horrible pick. I just told you. I've watched 27 hours. Go ahead.
You got close this week.
Ah, I did take a lot of YouTube lessons this week. I'm trying.
Wait, no, I'm taking 2 gloves. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I've got my whole swing, the whole thing figured out.
Right.
It's all about the quick, large muscle movements. I got away from my fundamentals. Large muscles, dude. Large muscles, not small muscles.
Schultz and 2 gloves are just going to 69 each other each week.
Yeah.
All the way to the championship.
Oh, I hope that we do, I guess, in a sick kind of way.
I mean, at some point, dude, if you guys win another one, if you guys go 1 and 2 again,
Yeah.
at some point we got to start having the conversation. How far back is too far back? You know?
Ow.
Can I get back in this?
2 bottles of Pinot, and Johnson will let you do anything you want.
Mikey, 2 bottles. Hopefully I get paired up with him this week, and I'll just bring a couple bottles to the course. I'll have wine glasses and a bottle opener.
Look, you will get your pairing Sunday morning, just the rest of us.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I'm sure the first tee time is probably about 12:20, and we probably get our pairings by, I don't know, 12:15, 12:17.
You know, some week we're all going to be on the second and third hole, and we're going to have to shift around and move bags to different carts and different groups. And
Oh yeah, it's going to start going. The first 4 guys to get there get to go off first.
yeah.
That's fine. I mean,
Somehow all these tee times keep sneaking it forward. Keep earlier and earlier.
what time do we know what time we start at Heritage this week?
At 12:30 to 1:10.
Okay.
I think he drops the 12:30, so it'd probably be 12:40 to 1:10.
Did he drop it? I thought we ended up with like 17, didn't we?
I'm
Well,
not
I
sure
guess
how many
that's
we
just
have.
one group of 5.
Well, we'll put it in the front, so that just bogs everything down.
I don't know why we would. Never mind. I like to complain. Like I said earlier, I'm just the union steward.
Hey, look, we got too much time. I got too much time to think about my swing. That is not good.
It'll be fine. Just remember all 16 clips that you watched.
I
today.
do. I'm gonna have them up on a quick play. I'll be out there. Like Joe said, I'll be out there on the fairway. Hold up, guys. I gotta watch this.
Using your editing skills to combine lessons.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
I gotta activate this. I just gotta activate my left leg.
Now make
Yeah,
sure that you don't go to the range and practice any of those between now and then. I want you to implement all of those lessons on the first hole.
It is really looking like I'm not gonna have time to go to the range. That's one biggest change from this year from in the past. Usually I've hit the range twice a week and I'm doing a lot of putting. Unfortunately, I'm working. It's like I got to pay for my life.
Yeah. It gets in the way, doesn't it?
It does.
And by working, he means editing the podcast.
Right.
Luckily, this one's going to be a little shorter. It won't be so hard.
I don't know about that.
So, all right. With that, I think we're going to wrap this thing up. Let everybody go home and get a drink. Hey, just try to suck a little less this week, and we will talk to you next week. All right, we're out of here.
We got it, right?
We got it. Thank you,
Okay.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I can't
That's
believe
all
I looked
right.
up and saw that. I was like, oh, crap, Munkles.
Well, the second one is hilarious for us. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, the great thing is you guys have already thought about what your answers are.
Well, and we did it completely sober.
Yeah.
I know. I haven't had a drink all day. Whew.
All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you all this weekend.
See you later.